Hey, good morning, everybody. How's it going? I've had so much fun taking you guys on this journey of trying to make this Builder Bob house look more like a jewel box. That's kind of in my mind. I think about every room, every hallway, every bathroom. What am I going to do to kind of give it some cohesiveness? And to be able to have it to where you've heard me say this more than once, little moments everywhere. So little moments like a display of books or a piece of furniture with a little picture above it or a little plant or some fresh flowers or whatever. So I am going through each room, and so I'm looking at how I can make it special, how I can make it feel better. And part of what I love being able to kind of take you on this journey with me is because, Theo saying hello, is that I want you to get the confidence to do it yourself. It's not that hard, but you've got to have a plan and you've got to have a vision for it. So probably 2 weeks ago, I did the first live in the hallway, and Jean was getting ready to help me in hanging the paper. This hallway upstairs is like a main vein corridor through the whole upstairs of the house. And our bedroom is upstairs, as are the other 3 guest bedrooms and a sitting area. And it was just a long white hall. It had no personality, nothing. It's like you come up the stairs and it's like, okay, this is really boring. And I think we forget or we negate the power that hallways have. Of course, we focus on entry halls. We focus on guest bathrooms, which I'm going to do another live on that today because we're hanging paper in the downstairs bathroom. But we really forget and ignore hallways. So I want to show you. I'm going to come down here. It's like drum roll, drum roll. I'm going to be posting too a little reel that kind of goes together as far as the process that we've gone through. But here's the other thing that I want you, I'm just going to show it to you. I'm going to show you. Are you ready? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this around, and I want to show you. It's gone from, look at this, a long, boring white hall. Do y'all remember this? Do you remember? So this is the rug that we got in Atlanta. Do you remember me taking you with me and kind of looking at them? Because this floor, while it's pretty, it doesn't feel warm. So my whole idea was being able to just kind of warm this up. Now, I will tell you, we're looking at a longer rug to be able to have it because I actually needed 16 feet to be able to go all the way down. But I love how this rug and me sharing with you, there's the pad. It just warms this whole area up. But here's the other thing that I want to be able to show you. So here's where I'm coming upstairs. You see just how boring that white wall is? Look at this. Ta-da! So, 2 things. Tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you, these are intaglios. I have collected these for lands, many, many years. Before they were the cool thing to collect. Look at that. Can you see the intaglios? Look at that. I'm going to show you how to cast these tomorrow on a Friday live. I'm going to show you how to cast them and recreate these because there's so many different ways you can be able to use these. And I'm going to show you how you do them in a shadow box too. But let me step back here, and I've got to be careful. So what I wanted you to see was 2 things. Look how this rug, I've kept it fairly monochromatic because I don't want to get it too busy because of this being an upstairs hall. This runner warms this up, and the colors in it and the variations actually soften the wallpaper. Now, I will just tell you, this wallpaper we hand painted. This is hand painted. In the fact the original was hand painted to be able to give these gorgeous brush strokes and the variations. See where a little bit of the paint had come off. There's one a little bit more solid, how they're all put together. And that actually, the layering of the pattern, the stopping, the starting, and the brush stroke is actually what's giving it a lot of visual depth. This color also, it goes with everything. And so I wanted you to be able to see that. That's part of the reason why I adore this paper so very much. And here's the other thing that it was important. The intaglios, look how that 22 karat water gilt frame, it pops. See, because you've got this monochromatic going on. You've got the depth. There's kind of a busyness, which is a good thing. I want to be able to have this. Look at that. Is that not absolutely beautiful? And it acts almost as a neutral because the intaglios are kind of a constant. There's no artwork that is making this busy because I've already got a busy pattern. Yes, Becky, it went from drab to fab. Thank you. So you think just going, and I'll show you this over here. Here's just a plain, this is what I had. Like, this is just a plain white wall and this cold gray floor. It was just, it's boring. And so I wanted to be able to have it to where it had some pizzazz. How are we going to have a little jewel box if we don't create these moments and these areas in our home that are really special? And I just really felt like having it to where now I can come up in this hall and look down here. It's just, you see how that upper right-hand corner, Gene's got to finish that. That's part of his honeydew list. And so it allows it to pop. The other thing is you'll notice where we hung them. I had the light switch is right here, so I actually had to hang them above it. Another thing that you want to make sure that you're remembering, and I'm going to do a blog post on this, is this is about 2.5 inches in between my pictures of my intaglios that I framed. So I've got 2.5 inches between each intaglio and then 2.5 inches here. So that's giving me the optical illusion of a larger piece of art, but it stays very neutral. So I just thought this was more of an update to kind of let you see, and I need your opinion on something. Do you like the doors? Here's where you guys come in. Do you like the doors being neutral like this? Or do you think you would like the idea of the doors going black lacquer? Now, y'all know I love black lacquer doors, and I am doing black lacquer doors with the mural in our master bathroom. But I want to know what you think. I'm just going to span this again. Do you like the idea of these doors being black lacquer? Or keeping them neutral up here in this hall? So I can go either way, and I just wanted to be able to show you how this turned out. I went from having no pattern, no nothing, boring white walls in my hallway to this, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I just want you to know you can hang wallpaper yourself. You can be your own designer of your home. You know what you love. You just need a little mentoring. You need a little encouragement, and we're your tribe. So I'm interested in what you have to say, and tune in tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how to cast these and how to frame them. Now, here's another thing. Here's something else. Now, I will tell you, a lot of people are like, Amy, why are you doing that? Not the wallpaper, but today, my podcast is going to launch. And it's not like I needed one more thing to do. And let me tell you why I'm doing it. The name of the podcast is Big Girl Panties and Other Business Essentials. I know that there are a lot of women out there that want to be able to have a side hustle. They want to start a business. I know there are a lot of you that have friends that are women that are trying to build a business. They want to be able to build a way of making extra income, or maybe they're in a situation where they've lost their job, or they've lost their husband, or they have no other choice. And I think I go back when I was a young girl and sharing my story. I don't want to give too much away. the pain that I went through, the suffering, the loss, my heart was broken for so long, and I really struggled with my identity. I struggled with who I was and what I was doing, and I thought, if I in some way, if I was willing to be incredibly transparent and talk about incredibly painful things, would I have an opportunity to be able to help pour into someone else, that they would be able to put themselves into my place and understand how they can create a life for themselves. I am so incredibly blessed with Gene Howard. I adore him, and we enjoy each other so much. But my life wasn't always that perfect. And I did go through a very, very difficult time. And so I'm going to be sharing that in the first episode in my podcast today. And I ask you and encourage you. I'm not doing this for any monetary reason. I'm not doing this for anything, but that I want to be able to pour into other women that may be going through the same struggles. So if you know someone, please share it with them. And I'll be doing a podcast every week, just sharing my story. And then I'm going to be interviewing my friends that have built businesses. I have so many sweet, dear friends that you love and you adore, like everybody from Tara Shaw to Debbie Fields to Karen Adams, all these people. I'm going to be interviewing these women on my podcast, Big Girl Panties and Other Business Essentials, to get their take on how they built their businesses. So I'm excited about that. Check it out. We'll be posting a thing on Instagram and Facebook today that it will be launching. And also Gene Howard is hanging wallpaper in the bathroom downstairs. So I'm going to be giving you an update on that. I just wanted to be able to show you, ta-da, the hallway and the rug that you guys helped me get, and the intaglios that we'll be going over tomorrow. So I love your feedback. Thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And we do have a guide on Instagram of all of our places that we ate at in Atlanta, where we shopped, the dealer's info, where I got a lot of the things. So be sure and check that out. I love you guys.